realities of roller furling. Something went wrong. Flapping in the wind. Line that is. Oh man. Someone's gonna bring that line down. Beautiful sunset here in Los Angeles, California. Daylight savings is kicked in and sunset's pretty late. I don't mind. It's pretty nice actually. Pretty nice. It's nice to wake up. Man. Hiking backpack, just got done with a hike in Palos Verdes. Got some boat fenders I gotta pump up, and then a little companionway slats. This wooden contraption is a engine mount, or engine holder. I got the engine inside here, locked up. But I gotta go to Home Depot and fabricate the mount. Or get the pieces to fabricate them out. Gonna connect it to that thing. And the other one over there. And I can still have those little buckles up top. And then run this a little bit higher than usual. But yeah. Beautiful. Some boat dog barking. Good old sliver of moon. Right. Update, 1 month in living aboard, and I'll show you the updates on the boat and see what's going on. So I've updated the lighting a little bit, and I've got a few hookups in for power. So I have a heater now when it gets cold. We're getting near the end of winter, but it's surprisingly started raining and getting pretty cold at the end of March, or the beginning of March. So I got this Honeywell heater. It's actually a really safe one. As soon as you like move it or it falls, it turns off automatically. So that's really safe for the boat. I'm really worried about fires. I was considering a contraption with tea lights and a pot and a bottom. That would have been a little sketchy if it broke or something and then caught everything on fire. Fiberglass and wood burns, so that's not ideal. So let me demonstrate what's up with the heater. So this is a nice Honeywell design. As soon as you move it, it shuts off. And then you have to manually like turn her back on. So it can't fall over and stay on and catch the floor on fire or something on fire. And I believe if it like doesn't get adequate ventilation, it'll also shut off. But I don't know. I don't want to simulate that. And yeah. So I got my space a little more organized. I got these platter covers that happen to fit right over the sink. And it's like pretty sturdy. You can't really make it fall through unless you like really shake it around. I might add like rubber edges like for door car trimming maybe. And I'll use that to maybe make it grippier and a little bit more substantially wider, like actually make marginally wider. And yeah, so upgrades are going nice. I got this light setup, 30 feet snaking through, and it's definitely changed the lighting game a good bit. I was running pretty dark, and it's not like I wasn't used to that, you know. I go camping a lot. Well, this one, but it made reading kind of hard. So these have a couple different settings of brightness, and it makes reading a lot nicer. Before, yeah, nighttime reading was a little bit hard. I had a headlamp. I still have it over there. It works pretty good. Pretty damn good. For reading especially. But not ideal. So I also have a lot more chargers now. Before I only had 2. Now I have like 4 or 5 like coming in and out. I have this really big 40,000 milliamp, and then I have 2 of these 10,000 milliamp ones in rotation for the light. The other one's here. So when that one dies, I just grab this one, and then come through here. Oh yeah. You can see my power hookups. So I'll charge them. I'll charge the little batteries through here in these little wires. Oh, that's my other battery. 100%. This one's 25,000 milliamps. You'd be surprised how fast they die. So, you know, I'm charging like speakers and stuff. And I don't even have any other like really equipment. I really need to work on getting solar, but before I get solar, I'm gonna add some stanchions and lifelines around the boat. I'm thinking like 20, upper 20s inches, something like a little less than 3 feet. It's a small boat, but I don't want anyone going over. I have pretty good balance from surfing and skateboarding. But I don't know who doesn't, and if you're running up there and there's nothing to grab onto, or I don't want to have to do a man overboard. So along with that, that would add space for cargo. So I'm gonna add side cargo because I want to keep my little side areas clear. So right now I have my spinnaker poles and an extra boom up on the side there. You can see them right there. That makes walking across there a little more difficult. And on the other side, I think I have more stuff. Not good. So for right now, you can walk up the top, up here. But that's not ideal either. So that's why I want to get the stanchions first. Also, the stanchions would also put new holes in the hull, or the top deck actually. And some of those might leak. So before I do other stuff, like paint it, I want to get that done first. Fix the leaks, paint over that so it's like solid, instead of painting it and then having to fix the leaks through the paint, or maybe even consider repainting the top deck. So this year, for sure, I'm gonna get a new paint color, and all the paints and zincs and everything on the bottom, and then maybe the through hole replaced, and maybe a pump. But I don't know. I may just go with the drain and go old school bucket. The head that I'm gonna get isn't gonna be a pump out head. It's gonna be a storage compartment head, and it's gonna seal everything in its own individual bag. And you get 800 flushes essentially, and I would use that very sparingly and just go overboard. Like, I'm gonna be out on the sea. I got endless water to wash things. And I'm a nurse, so I work with that kind of thing all the time. So I'm no stranger to that. I can wash my hands well. I know how to wash my hands. So this head spot is also occupied with a trash can, a pillow, this lantern I haven't gone to fix yet. So once I put the head in there, I kind of want to build like a box for it that you take off, one, to contain the smell, and two, to add storage on top so you can like do stuff. So maybe I would like only have that for when I'm caught in a storm or something and I really can't go outside. Or like boat parties happening and like people really gotta go and don't want to go overboard or have to go, number two. So that's a nice option to have. Not everybody can go overboard easily. So that needs to get addressed. But first, so stanchions, paint, head, then electrics. This shore power and massive wires I gotta handle is only shore power, and nothing is connected to the boat. There's no battery bank. I think I would put it under here, maybe. I would put it under here, put like a piece of like some cedar over that, and then have the rest of my closet under there. Power. I'm gonna be minimal with everything, so I don't need a windlass, but you need lights. And I do want solar panels to do other things. This is the connection for the lights. I got 1.5 inch of cable to play around. You have to strip it real short. It's enough space. But you can't do it over again more than once or twice. I love this hatch. The hatch on my last boat was not transparent. This is like a nice dark, so even when the sun's coming through, it's not too bright. And then you can put something over the hatch if you really want to. I want to get one of those triangular shaped tarps that go over the hatch, or maybe just make one. I don't know. Whichever's cheaper. So I can open the hatch in the rain, maybe. I did get a lot of condensation when it rained recently. There's only one small leak, and I'm not too concerned about it. It's in not too bad of an area, and it's fixable. But moisture, when you're sealed up and you can't open the hatch, moisture. I had the heater running, which was cool. I'm sure that cut some down, but still, before I was buttoned up so tight with the rain, the damper had barely got anything. Barely. Now, full little baggie. So we're about like a third of the way through that one. Man. Oh, yeah. That's a problem. So, damper's pretty cheap. But I don't know about its availability in other countries. So you're gonna have to stock up with a few. And when you're on ocean at sea, there's gonna be even more water in the boat. On my last boat, mold was a problem. I had pretty bad leaks, cracked little viewport. Even when I sealed it up, it still leaked at the bottom, and that led to mold in the place where I kept my clothes, which sucked. I had to dump some nice shirts that I liked. Thought they were safe there. So now I'm bagging everything really good and making sure that's not a problem, because we can't mess around. Things aren't disposable. I'm not trying to get anything that's gonna break or wear out. The clothes I get are functional, comfortable, and breathable, and durable. I don't like fast fashion. And I have to pare down even more. I only have I'm rotating 2 pairs of shoes, brown and black, and my car's got a lot of stuff too. When I park the car up for good, for when I'm out, I'm gonna have to get creative with some of my stuff that I have there. But with the stanchions, I want storage racks. I met a welder today in the morning who can help me fabricate just that. You may have to get the stanchions installed and then measure stuff and then do it in the parking lot, because welding near water isn't good. It makes for some weak welds. So yeah, measure twice, cut once. But that'd be cool. Storage racks. So 3 things, storage racks to hold boxes that I can bolt down, like storage boxes. Storage racks with hooks, so I can add the 2 canoes and maybe a paddleboard or 2. And then maybe the solar on the sides. I don't know yet for sure. I was thinking maybe having it run up at the top of where this would be to kind of keep it streamlined. I don't like it when boats have a bunch of stuff all over. My boat's gonna be a busy boat. Small boats are busy boats. That's how it is. And yeah. This is living aboard in Los Angeles. Not the worst. A little Spartan, especially in this small of a boat. Pacific Seacraft 25. I got 5 feet 2 of standing headroom, shoulder height. So it's a sit-down boat. I'm 6 feet 2. At least the mast isn't hitting me when I step up. The mast would swing and hit me in the head if I'm standing up all the way, but when you're in a boat, you're usually straddled and a little bit low, so even if it did swing and come over, I don't think it would hit me. Another project for the after later, especially hard dodger coming in here. Probably I wanted to come 2 feet out over here. It's gonna keep this area way more dry. The slats are not dry. My last boat, this whole area, wet, always. You know, some boat designers, I forget who, but they said a sailboat shouldn't be wet, and I agree, but I wasn't able to get one of those Norwegian boats, and I'm sure they don't want that really, really cold water on them anyway. The Pacific Seacraft was designed here in Orange County, right next to LA. So, not as dainty as a Catalina 25, but maybe not as stout and burly as one of those North Sea kind of boats. Why they couldn't drop the cabin sole, I don't know. The bottom of that first storage area goes down considerably deep. So I'm sure this is like one of their first designs. This is the design that put Pacific Seacraft on the map. Some of these were built in a garage essentially, with some of the best materials and works craftsmanship. But yeah, I don't know, maybe they were short and didn't need that much height. I don't know. It's a salty boat designed after old fishing boats from the East Coast, like 1800s boats. So, double ender, makes her stable, very stable, like a canoe. Canoes are more stable than a dinghy, I'd say, or a small kayak. A one-person kayak is very tippy. A canoe you can fish out of, and you don't have to worry about spilling your bait or your catch over it. Kayak, man, you gotta have some good balance. Kayaks are a little more wet. And with the canoe, it kind of like breaks the back of the spray, so you don't get as much back spray, supposedly. I don't know. We'll find out soon. I met a guy, and he said that we're gonna take his boat on a shakedown cruise. So hopefully one of my videos pretty soon at the beginning of April is just that. I plan to fabricate the mount for the engine before the end of the month, so this boat is going to be in the harbor before the end of the month, and the oar will be complete hopefully the first 2 weeks of April. Gotta stay productive. I would like to keep getting a lot of work done. The cool thing about living on the boat, especially one as Spartan as this, is that you tend to spend a lot of your time off the boat. and doing a lot of other stuff. You know, I was never a homebody from the get-go. And now I'm even less of a homebody. I'm always out, going on hikes, doing things. Everything's opening up again. It's March 15th or 16th? March 16th. And the world is finally opening up back here in Los Angeles. Pretty damn stoked. Gotta be careful still. Gotta be wary. I'm vaccinated and tested frequently, but I would hate to be a silent carrier and be asymptomatic and infect somebody who could die or something. I would say. I would hate to get one of my patients sick and then have them turn for worse. So I still gotta be safe. So I may not be going out as much. Hopefully. We'll see. I may go to Venice pretty soon because I'm gonna do a tour of a marina in Marina Del Rey. So I'm gonna come to Venice probably and do a little video before I check it out. I probably won't be moving there till the end of the year. It takes a while, credit checks and all. And not just that, I'm gonna have to get the boat surveyed. I have to do the after painting and the through holes fixed. So that's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a little while, but that's okay. This is an endeavor that's gonna take time. It's not overnight. I'm gonna have to get the boat ready and then start saving money for the trip, and then set sail. So here we are, living aboard my boat, Razorcrest, in Los Angeles, California. It's a nice life. It's minimal. You can do it big. You can go as big as you want. This is about as small as I'd go. It's a lot of boat. And mooring in California is ridiculously expensive. And this is one of the better priced marinas. But even then, mooring a 25-foot boat is cheaper than mooring a 30, 40, 50-foot boat. The one thing I really like about this, if I don't end up at the new marina, I can keep my spot for a year in advance, 2 years in advance, and come back around and have a spot to come in. Because when I was coming in, I was at the marina last time from Thailand. I had talked months in advance to different marinas, calling all over. And they wanted a survey. But I was doing a crossing, so that does a lot of wear and tear on your boat. And then my credit wasn't as good back then too. So a lot of places were rejecting me. Also the wait lists are pretty long. And the first week I was there, I had to jump around to different marinas, after these 2 days stay rules. That was terrible. So I would not like it to happen again. If I had a spot here, I could have someone else put their boat here for a bit, sublet the spot maybe. That'd be tight. So I don't know. The area's cool, but it's far from civilization. Marina Del Rey is closer, quite closer. Everything, Trader Joe's is in walking distance, AMC's in walking distance. I don't know why anyone in the liveaboard community, YouTubes, didn't show that. I think maybe they don't want people to know, because then people will crowd the marinas maybe. But it's pretty awesome there, and there would be perks to going there. It'd be a nicer marina, nicer accommodations, a gym, pool, jacuzzi. We got the basics here: bathroom and showers, and locking doors. But they're snooty there. They're a little more like keen on getting sneaker boards and noisy, rowdy people. My last dockmaster hated me with a passion. When I first came back, I was gone for 9 months, so everyone had come visited me, and we, have a few drinks and bump some music. Yeah, that got old fast for him. He was one of the 3 live-aboard people on there, and so he called me out real quick. I offered to change the status and pay him, and then he kind of agreed after like the second month, but I wasn't necessarily like always there. Staying at my mom's once in a while, and then my girlfriend's place. So I wasn't there more than 3 days a week, but I was there a lot and during the day. So if you didn't know, maybe I wasn't there. But key card entry was not a thing there, and there's not a thing here, and that's when they can really track you and see. So yeah, this is me, Edward Tyler, aboard SV Razorcrest. Having a blast and hoping to adventure soon. It's spring right now, summer's right around the corner, so we about to get her out. We're gonna go to Catalina, we're gonna go to Mexico. And I might hit Catalina with this guy before, so hopefully you might even get a trip and see. We're gonna shake his boat down and see. It's I don't even know what kind of rigging he's got. I don't think it's cutter rigged, but it's 30 feet. It's got a 25 horsepower engine on his, and yeah, he didn't even sail it that much down. He motored it down from Oxnard. I was lucky to get about here, not have to mess around. Yeah, truly blessed to live the life that I live, and the adventures on the horizon have me excited. So hopefully you can all come along with me and see. Subscribe if you want to see more, and maybe leave a comment and see what you want to know about the boat, about me, about what it's like. I don't know exactly what to address. I'm kind of like really bad at being a teacher, like explaining things. It's all clear in my head and then it doesn't come out. So thanks, guys. Here we are, cooking a quick nighttime meal. We out here about to have some tea. My favorite cup. Got everything set up for some tea and some pho. This is my meal on the boat. My tea, some black tea, some pho, extra broth in a cup, a little bit of wine. Got my music when I'm not filming. My little cook station, the galley. Galley part 2. Got a reverse island. Space in the middle. Anyway, it's not too bad. I got the fire extinguisher ready just in case there's anything. Extra propane. Yeah. Not every day is gonna be a pho day or a ramen day. I got a double burner, so I got real stuff going on. Got lots of sauces ready. Vodka sauce. And I got that whole area just stocked. So it's gonna be good. Better go sleep in a bit down there. I'm just enjoying myself.